Hello, my lovelies. Elsie here to do your sneak peek for the week. How are you? Welcome to the new week. I hope you're well. I'm here to do this reading as I do once a week. You'll know that if you are my ride or die. So welcome back if you are my ride or die. And if you're brand new, welcome here and thanks for giving this a shot today. I do have 12 decks. I am going to read from 12 decks, all 12 zodiac signs per deck. And I'm going to mark everything down below. And you can just scroll this video to find what you need in terms of the energies that you are looking for. I'm just going to ask you to please stop watching tarot just for your sun sign. You don't really know what's going on if that's what you're doing. You do, at least at the very minimum, you should be watching for your big three, sun, moon, and rising. And all that information is free on the internet. And natal charts are free everywhere. The only other thing I need to tell you today is that private readings are open. And if you are interested in that, please look at the pinned comment below. All right, let's figure it out. What is going down for Aries? Sun, moon, rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Aries, lead us in. Tell me what's coming up this week for Aries. The next 7 days for Aries. Ooh, we have the Fool. You are on a new cycle, my friend. A new door opens for you this week. Tell me what is coming up with the Fool. Something that I feel that you might be prepared for. I mean, it's hard pressed to find an Aries who's unprepared, but the Page of Swords tells me that you've been doing your homework. I want to say there's something you've been researching or you've been doing your homework. It feels like you have a curiosity about something that I think you are going to go forward with this week because of the Fool. It does feel like a door is opening here, and I feel like you're prepared for that new opportunity or that door to open. We have the Seven of Swords. Why is that? We do have the King of Wands. Okay, so I feel like it's something that you've been waiting on. It feels like the Seven of Swords is telling me that there is, maybe you do have apprehensions. I feel that you're ready. I'm just going to say, you're ready here with the King of Wands. You're ready to run at whatever it is, ready to run through the door. But I think you do have your apprehensions. And so I feel like this is really timely here with the Page of Swords. I think that somebody here needs to really do their homework or be very curious about the situation. Just make sure you have all the details. With the Seven of Swords here, there could be things that are hidden, right? Things that are underneath the surface that you haven't seen yet. So before you decide to take a run at whatever it is that you've been waiting for here, I would say just make sure that you have all the details. You have the understanding of the contract. I do see the page is also maybe looking over a contract. So make sure that you have all the information that you need here. We do have the Six of Swords. We have the Seven of Wands, and we have the Judgment card. So I feel like the Judgment card is telling me that it's something that you've been waiting on, but it does feel like it's probably, you're feeling apprehensive because it feels a little bit like it's out of your control. I want to say that the Judgment card is here because this is going to take you on a new trajectory of your life. It's a really big change. So if after doing your homework, you decide you're going to walk through the door, it's going to change everything. However small or big this thing is for you, it feels like the Seven of Wands is here. I want to say that maybe a lot of people around you have been putting pressure on you to go, but please make sure that you check out all of your details and become very curious about what to do before you move on, before you move through that door with this Six of Swords energy. The Judgment card is also, something. I feel like the reason that you're apprehensive here, Aries, is because you are going to have to lay something to rest before you move through this new chapter. You're going to have to close a door back there. This Judgment card is about, something that maybe has to come to an end. You need to make a decision to lay something to rest finally before life can change, before things can move forward here. We've got the Six of Pentacles. We've got the High Priestess. And we got the Ten of Cups. It really does feel like a good opportunity to you. And I feel like, this door opening, this new chapter opening here, it does feel like it's good. But I'm going to say do your homework, but it does feel like it's a good opportunity. The High Priestess is here because I feel like you may not answer right away the opportunity. You may not answer the door when somebody knocks right away. It feels like the High Priestess energy is telling me that you're sort of searching within the self, that you've been instead of asking people their opinions, that you've been sort of within yourself trying to figure out what it is that you want. I think that you're really excited. It feels like this here with the Ten of Cups. It tells me that if you are a person who has your own little family, I feel like this is a good move for the family. This will make the family happy. It might be that somebody wants to give you an opportunity for work or an opportunity to make more money. Somebody wants to give you some sort of reciprocal energy here. And it's because you're the master of your domain. You've mastered something here, is what it feels like. So it feels like it could be money, abundance, material things. It feels like somebody wants to give you balance in those things. We can see that this person here is holding the sign of Libra, and we've got Taurus up here. So I feel like you could be a Taurus moon, but you don't have to be. It feels like there is something here that I feel your intuition is telling you is a good deal. It's a good thing, I'm going to say. Tell me more about this. Got the Chariot. It's time to go. You're fighting yourself, though. It feels like you have a little bit of apprehension. Again, it tells me apprehension, apprehension. So I want to say make sure you have all the information, but I really do feel like you're stepping into a very happy, abundant cycle here. There is something here that's being offered to you, and as long as you look over all of the details, I think you should be fine. This might mean that you have to move. It could be that's why the Judgment card is here. Maybe you have to leave a community or leave your country or leave your city in order to get this opportunity. But you're moving forward, whether that's in the mind or otherwise. It could be that you are moving, right? Moving house. Tell me what the outcome is here. We've got the Four of Wands. Yeah, you could be moving house. We've got the Page of Cups. See, it looks like a new home. They might even be giving you a really big offer that might offer you a new home, or maybe they're asking you to move. It feels like, though, this is something that you've been waiting for to come to you for a very long time. You might have been manifesting it for a while, but it feels like this is a really stable new opportunity here that I think that is going to make you very happy. This could be a relationship. This could be a job opportunity. But look, we've got the 9 and the 10 of Cups here. And I feel like you've got apprehension because I feel like things have been moving really fast, or they're about to move really fast. The Chariot's also another indication, like the Six of Swords, that maybe you have to move. And maybe that's where the apprehension lies. Tell me what is around the corner for Aries. We have the Two of Wands. That's your energy. It's about making a decision and being prepared to do so. We have another 5 here. So the good thing about 5s is that when they show up for me, more than one 5 tells me that it's quick change. So something is changing quickly. I feel maybe, I don't know if it's too quickly for you, Aries, because you tend to move pretty quickly, but it does feel like it could be someone asking you to move, make a decision to move. Now, I feel like with the 5 of Swords here, it's like intrusive thoughts are present, I want to say, but this is a wish fulfillment for you. It's a wish fulfillment, and you've hoped for it to show up for a really long time, and now here it is. It's go time. You got to make some sort of decision. Should I do this or should I do that? Could be a Libra moon, possibly. It feels like you have to have balance in your soul first before you can do it. And I think that you will, but make sure that you go over all the details, friend. Queen of Pentacles tells me, look, if it's money, it's going to be quite a lucrative move, and it's going to make you not only financially happy, but it's going to make you very abundant and emotionally happy as well. Got Pisces and Leo, Cancer energy, more Pisces. Got Libra and Aquarius, more Aquarius. We've got Aries, Sagittarius, and Leo. We've got Virgo and Pisces energy, more Aquarius. Lots of curious energy with Aquarius, right? So make sure that you're really being very cerebral. We've got Leo, lots of Aquarius. Got a little bit of water here, Cancer energy, and we've got Aries here as well. Aries, the decision and your stability here. So it is all up to you. Something is coming, though, that is going to be offered to you, and I think it is going to be good. Tell me about Taurus, please. How are you, Bull Gang? I hope you're well. Thanks so much for showing up here. Taurus, for the next 7 days, please. Tell me about Taurus. Tell me about Taurus. Next 7 days for Taurus, please. Got the sun, Taurus, whatever it is. It's under the sun. It's happy. It is clear. You have clarity. just heard the song, I can see for miles and miles in my head. We've got the Magician. It almost feels like you are going after some sort of a wish fulfillment. You know what? It feels like, okay, now I've got all the tools I need. Now I can go, is what it feels like. Everything's clear, right? It feels like you've got all the resources. You've done all the planning. It feels like there's something here that you're pretty sure is going to work out in your favor because you've got all the details. It's under the sun. You're not missing anything, I'm going to say. If you're about to make a decision about something, as I say that, the Two of Pentacles comes up. A decision possibly, and the thing is that this is, the Magician energy is all about the ethereal world, right? So it's all about what's been in your dreams. Maybe you've been journaling it. Maybe you've been manifesting it. But now we bring it into the 3D. So I feel like in the next 7 days is something that you've been hoping and wishing for. I don't think it's showing up by accident. I think you're going to get it. I feel like the sun energy tells me, now that I can see everything clearly, I need to go get it. I need to go get it, need to go pick it up, need to go ask the person. I need to go for it, apply for the job. But there's a decision here that's been made that I am worthy. I have worth. And I'm going to show everybody that I do. We've got the Two of Cups. For some of you, it looks like it could be that you're going to get another person, possibly. The Two of Cups is, of course, exchanging cups with another. I think you have some sort of a magical connection. Look, flip it, right? It's a general reading, so somebody could be coming to get you. Take it as it resonates. But there's a decision that's been made about the Two of Cups here. And I think it's something that you probably have been manifesting. So if you're not the person who's going to get the thing, I feel like the thing is coming to you. So take it as it resonates for you. We could be talking about a Leo, could be talking about a Gemini or an Aries, possibly. A Capricorn. Cancer, possibly. We do have the World card. We have the Seven of Pentacles and the Page of Swords. So you're about to exit an old chapter here. You're about to close the door on some situation that you were in. Now, whatever this World card represents, we do have the Seven of Pentacles. Maybe it's it closing the door on waiting, right? That maybe you were thinking, okay, well, this new path is not coming up. I feel like it's time for you to be really intentional with your words, I want to say. The Page of Swords and the Seven of Pentacles is giving me intention with your words. I feel like there's something here that you've been waiting for. As I do this reading, I feel like the old door is closing. I feel like the old chapter, who you were, what you were doing, it feels like it could be a job, it could be a relationship, it could be a job you really love, that somebody is choosing you for a job. But for some of you, it could be relationship as well. Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo, it's taken forever to get to this point. So I'm not talking about a specific person, but it might be that an old chapter is closing and that I feel like you really need to be very... intentional with your words here. Because the Page of Swords, I feel is like, I want to say that you know yourself really well, Taurus. The Page of Swords is making me feel like, look, I've worked really hard on me and I am very intentional with my words. I know what I want. So I'm just waiting for the other thing to come get me, or I'm just waiting to go get it. Whichever way it is for you. It's not the same for everybody, right? That's what a general reading is about. We do have the King of Cups. We do have the Eight of Swords in the reverse. And we do have the Knight of Wands. Well, this tells me, actually, I feel, Taurus, that someone's coming to get you. That's what it feels like here with the King of Cups, the Knight of Wands, with the Eight of Swords in the reverse. There is somebody here who I feel has been very unsure or very locked in their mind. It feels like this person is somebody who's not been able to make a decision because they've been overthinking the whole thing. And it's like, for a while, it had them paralyzed. I feel like it's the King of Cups. Now, the King of Cups, when the King of Cups is going in on a situation, the King of Cups is very sure of themselves, only because they feel everything so very intensely. This person is ready to love, but they're also ready to feel things very deeply. This King of Cups is somebody who's really good with staying calm in a storm. And so that means that because they're stoic on the surface, and they might not even be showing you emotion, or maybe you're not reading it on them. It feels like maybe you weren't reading it on them because maybe they were stuck in their head. Maybe they weren't sure what they wanted here. But the Knight of Wands is telling me that that's it. I got to go. Somebody's like pulling up. Somebody's rolling up and saying, I got to go get Taurus, before someone else nabs them up. I think that this king is somebody who you may even think that person is never going to be interested in me, only because they're not showing you anything on the surface. This person, I would say, is as deep as the ocean. They are somebody who's really deep, so someone that you can have any conversation with. We do have the Five of Cups. This person is really sort of regretful that they haven't moved on it quicker than now, it feels like, with the Five of Cups energy. I think that they're most worried that it feels like they're most worried about the Three of Cups being poured out here, right? The Three of Cups is being poured out, and they're worried, like, I don't know if you guys know each other and you have a good time. It doesn't feel like this is a new person. It feels like it's somebody that's already in your life because of the Pentacles, right? Someone that you already have a pretty solid relationship with. We have 7 and 2, which is 9. And so the 9 of Pentacles is confidence and being very solid, and we've already built a foundation. And it feels like you're very solid and in with this person already, but I feel like they're worried. It's like they have a regret that they haven't moved sooner, but they've been in the 8 of Swords because of the 3 of Cups, that the 3 of Cups are poured out. And so the 2 of Cups are here, and the 2 of Cups are here, but I think that this person was worried. Maybe if I go for it, it's not going to work out for me. Or what if we get into it and then I end up losing their friendship, and I end up losing them as a lover because it didn't work out for me. Tell me what the outcome is, please. I want to say that there's been sort of a breakthrough for the King of Cups. The King of Cups has had a breakthrough on their feelings about you. And so they're no longer in their head. Now they're just worried that they're going to get their heart crushed. I also feel that they had to, they're feeling confused is what it is. Yeah, there's confusion. 5 and 2 Cups, right? Confusion here. We do have the Empress. Oh, that could be why. The king is going after an Empress. It could be that. Abundance is in the outcome, right? Abundance, wisdom. And the outcome includes this Empress energy. We do have the 8 Cups here. And we have the Lovers. Look, yeah, that's what it looks like, yo. It looks like this King of Cups has been sort of here and there. I feel like the King of Cups is somebody who has maybe been watching you from a distance, possibly, and trying to make their decision as to whether or not they want to come forward. I feel like the 8 Swords and the 1 tells me 9. And so this person's been worried that, this person might just crush me. They might just crush my heart. The Knight of Wands tells me that they're just going to be brave and do it. I think that the Knight of Wands is very brave. This person's very attracted to you. And I think they're like, I got to do it because the Lovers is here. I feel like the 8 of Cups is telling me that someone has been very emotionally detached. And so, the king can seem emotionally detached, right? Because they're quite stoic and not really sure about what they want to do just yet. But the Lovers is here. I feel like there's no denying it. This person is disconnecting from whatever they need to disconnect from in order to move toward the Lovers here. I feel like they realize that you are God and goddess, right? They realize that you are wizard, that you are witch and wizard, right? Like it feels like you two go hand in hand, I want to say. 2 peas in a pod. Tell me what's around the corner for Taurus. We have the Queen of Pentacles, we have the Tower, and we have the Queen of Cups. Well, there we go. There is a realization here that this Queen of Cups gives me all the stability I need. I feel like, Taurus, that you are a person who makes this person feel at ease. And I feel like you've also are having this revelation or realization, because I feel like this person's coming in pretty quick, or they're coming in hot. I want to say they're coming in hot. So it feels like, it could be a month from now. It could be this week for some of you, but it could be a month from now. Look, we're looking at a lot of cups, right? But it feels like the king and the queen coming up side by side is not any coincidence here. I feel like the Queen of Cups is having some sort of a tower, and I feel it's because the king is showing up on the horse. I feel like this King of Cups is coming in with not only passion but love. I feel like this person's very balanced because we've got water and fire here with this king. It feels like they're coming in a very balanced and healed way, but make no doubt about it, they're like they're really under the surface. Like, look at all this energy here. They're feeling like crazy. They're like, I got to keep myself together. Like, if this person's coming in on the horse here, but they're trying to keep themselves together because they don't want this not to work. I think that's the worry here. We do have the 6 of Cups. It is a soulmate thing, my friends. And I I think that some of you might be surprised to know that how a soulmate really feels. If you really felt how a soulmate felt, you really know that not everybody you meet is a soulmate, right? But we have many of them, so not just one. So we do have a lot of water here, right? So you've got Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. We've got the King and the Queen, who are counterparts. We've got more Scorpio here. I think this is a psychic connection, I want to say. We're very connected psychically, empathically. We do have Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. We do have Gemini and Aries, Leo. We have more Gemini energy, Taurus and Libra energy. And then we have Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, and Leo. All right. Okay, Gemini. Let's find out what's going on with you. Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Gemini. Tell me about Gemini. Next 7 days. We've got the 10 of Wands. Feels like you're dropping some sort of heavy burden or the feeling of pressure, I'm going to say. Oh, I just heard Billy Joel. He said, you have to learn to pace yourself. Pressure. That's his song called Pressure. You're not like everybody else. You run too far, too good. Like it feels like you need to give yourself a break a little bit, Gemini. I'm going to say the Magician is here. I feel like what you're trying to drop is the burden of manipulation. I feel that you feel that people around you, didn't we talk about this in your reading? I think we talked about this in your reading, the last reading that I did for you, that somebody was trying to manipulate you, but it feels like this Magician, when the Magician is in the reverse for me, it's somebody who's using their resources for bad instead of good. And I feel like somebody was trying to manipulate you, and it was weighing, this is what is weighing heavy on you here. They might have been trying to manipulate you out of money. There's jewels at the top of the 10 wands here. The Tower. Yes, you're like, no more. No, the buck stops here. Sorry, friend. I feel like you're leaving this manipulation in the past. We've got the King of Swords. Okay, so I feel like you've been carrying the burden of some sort of King of Swords energy that has been quite manipulative. When I see the King of Swords in the reverse, could be a Gemini, a Libra, or an Aquarius. This might be your energy and how you're going to deal with this person who has manipulated you. Look, the King of Swords, when they're in the reverse, couldn't give two shits if it hurts your feelings. I'm just going to say it like it is. Look, you don't want to rile up a Gemini. Just saying. You don't want to rile up a Gemini. The King of Swords is somebody, when they're in the reverse, is somebody who's like, I'm just going to cut. I'm just going to cut with my words. I'm just going to say what I've got to say. I don't really care if you like it or not, but I think somebody's pushed you to the brink. I want to say with this Tower here, it feels like somebody who has been trying to manipulate you or has been laying the guilt trip on you. I want to say you've had enough. And when you've had enough, right? That's when you just start saying stuff. Yes. Tell me about the 10 of Wands, please. Feels like you have been carrying this for a while because it's 10 wands, right? You've been carrying this around for a while, maybe 10 weeks. We do have the 7 of Pentacles. We have the Page of Cups, and we do have the Justice. Yeah, it's a new day. I want to say with the 7 of Pentacles that you're like, I put enough into this already. I put enough hard work into it. It's like somebody, I want to say somebody here is manipulating you with their words or their feelings. I want to say that they're trying to manipulate you with their feelings, but they're not very good at it. I want to say that they're not very skilled at it. The Page of Cups could be what we're talking about because it's falling directly over the 10 wands, and that's the energy that it's giving me here. It could be a child. It could be like an adult child, possibly, but and that adult child could be possibly a Cancer, a Pisces, a Scorpio, or a Libra. I feel like you're putting an end to something here. I feel like you are getting justice, and I think you're going to surprise whoever it is that is this Magician energy. They could be an Aries or a Gemini. They don't have to be, but I feel like you're giving intentional energy now. I feel like you're just saying no. I feel like for a while, maybe you talked around it or danced around it. Look, I don't really want to hurt your feelings, right? But I think that it feels like all bets are off. I feel like you need to restore the situation finally. And I think that the person you're restoring the situation with is going to be quite shocked. We do have the moon energy. Yeah, I feel like somebody here is not expecting things here. We have the Four of Swords in the reverse. So I feel like this moon energy tells me that things are not as they seem. And I want to say that they are not as they seem. I want to talk about this Magician for a second here. We've got the Six of Pentacles, we've got the Hermit, and we've got the Hanged Man. So somebody here, it almost feels like they are a person who I feel you don't hear from a lot. And when they show up, they want reciprocal energy immediately, but they also might want money, right? It could be that. So we do have the Hanged Man energy. Somebody who holds back from you, or maybe they, there's sometimes people will hold back their affection, hold back their emotion. And I feel like that's the manipulation tactics that are being used here. I feel like this person is silent with you. I feel like they try and blind you with analytics. They try and talk their way around things. When they show up, it's like what they want is what they want. I feel like this person is not at all expecting you to show up as the King of Swords in the reverse. And the Page of Cups telling me it's a surprise. I feel like this also could be telling me that this is a child, possibly. And I mean, no one's ever going to deny their child. I feel like when I'm talking child, I'm talking little child, right? I don't think anyone's going to deny a small child, but I feel like this is an adult child because we do have the Seven Pentacles, which tells me there's been growth here. So I feel like the moon energy, Cancer, Pisces energy, I feel like down deep, what you do want is you just want to figure it out, right? You just want to work it out. But what this person doesn't see is when Gemini decides I'm not taking anymore, they just don't take anymore. So I feel like you come out of the shadows. I want to say with the Four of Swords in the reverse, maybe there's a communication here. This person's not really been in communication with you, but when they do show up with their manipulative energy, I feel like you come out of the shadows here. Four of Swords in the reverse telling me that's it. You know what? No more. You're not getting the healed Gemini anymore. Now you're getting the one who is coming out of the shadows as the King of Swords. I feel like the star is here to try and keep you balanced or tempered, I want to say. Trying to keep you from losing your crap altogether is what it feels like here. We've got the Queen of Cups. Okay. So it does feel like you're still within your mental capacity to give compassion, to give this person kindness and compassion. You could be their mother or their father. Look, we have the child, the mother, or the father. The Queen of Cups is someone who is quite compassionate, right? Very empathic. And so I think that you feel for their situation. They could be maybe having trouble financially. You feel for their situation, but this person, it's not that they just come to you and ask you for help, but they don't treat you very well. And so I think that you're like, you know what? You can't just keep coming around and be completely silent with me and then just come around when you need the Six of Coins, when you need reciprocal energy, when you need energy or money. You can't just come around. And I think the Tower is what puts you into this King of Swords energy here is what it feels like. Tell me what the outcome is, please. We've got the Ace of Cups, we've got the World card, and we've got the Two of Wands. So there it is. You're making a decision to close the door here. I love you, but I'm making a decision to close the door. And so I feel the preparation is here. I feel like this is what you're going to be preparing for the week. The World card is here. There is someone, look, it doesn't have to be a child. It could be a friend. It could be someone that comes to you in sort of this sorry sort of energy. I'm really sorry, but I'm sorry, but, and I feel like it's sort of that energy. But I think that you haven't heard from them. Maybe they only show up every 6 years or so. Maybe you haven't heard from them for a really long time. Maybe not since Virgo season, which is what, back September, right? Oh no, August and September, right? So maybe it's something like that. But this person has been holding back or holding off. I feel like you're closing the door. I feel like it's time for you to shut the door here. I mean, it's up to you. I mean, whether you do or not is totally up to you, but the World card is here. It says the cycle must end, right? The cycle has to come to an end because it'll just keep being a revolving door if you don't end the cycle. Tell me what is around the corner, please, for Gemini. We've got the Queen of Pentacles, we've got the Three of Cups, and we have the King of Pentacles. So I feel like somebody's coming to you because they know that you have all the material wealth. And look, I don't think that you're not giving this person what they want just because you're greedy. That's not what I think it is. Because these two are overgivers. They're people who always are giving and giving and giving and giving. But look, even the King and the Queen of Pentacles are finally going to put down the law and say, no, no more. I feel like the Three of Cups is telling me that this is finally a decision that you're making. Like, it could be between you and your spouse, that you're finally making the decision that we can no longer go on like this. We can't go on helping people all the time and, having them be thankless, because we're just essentially giving them fish instead of teaching them how to fish. So I feel like this is sort of a celebratory time for you and the person who manages your funds, or maybe the person you're married to, or maybe the person you're in a relationship, or the person who advises you on your finances. I feel like you're going to try and be as compassionate as possible, but you're going to get your point across. And I feel like you knew that this time was coming, right? The Three of Wands is here. You knew that this was the ships that were coming in, but I feel like you were waiting for them to come to you because you didn't want to have to start this conversation. We do have Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. We have Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. We have Pisces energy. We've got Virgo. We've got Aquarius here, Cancer and Pisces, Libra. We've got Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius, Scorpio. We've got Gemini and Aries energy, Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, and Leo. Yeah, seems like a carry-on from your last reading is what it feels like. All right, Cancer, let's figure it out for you. Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Cancer, tell me what is coming up for Cancer in the next 7 days, please. We've got the Page of Swords. It is showing up in these readings today, Page of Swords. Tell me about the Page of Swords here, something you're figuring out. We've got the Seven of Swords. We've got the Knight of Wands, and we've got the Ace of Cups. I think that there's a new door that's opening here for you, but I don't think that you're facing it. I don't feel that you're facing the new cycle. It feels like you're really fixed on something from the past. I feel like somebody you feel cheated you or lied to you or deceived you about something, about feelings possibly. And I feel like the Knight of Wands energy facing into the past and toward the Seven of Swords is telling me that you just are still a little bit pissed off or angry about the lie. I want to say that you're probably coming to this place where I feel like you've been watching this person, but I feel like there is a new door open and it's time for you to close that door. But I feel like you're stuck there. We got 7 and 1 in the hand of the Page is 8. So it feels like you're still examining the situation, or you're still trying to figure it out. That's what I said when I first put down the card, right? It feels like you're trying to figure something out here. It feels like you're stuck there. You might be stuck in your head with the Knight of Wands. Maybe you're stuck in your head with the passionate times you had with this person. But I feel like, your back is to the Ace of Cups, and it feels like there is a new door that you can open. A new path is opening for you here. But I think you're so focused on being upset with whatever went on in the past that you can't see that there is a new love, a new happy time. Sunshine, the sun is shining behind the Ace of Cups. So I feel like there's a new happy cycle here, but I feel like you're not facing it, or you've got your back to it, because you're still very focused on being stuck in your mind with whatever happened in the past. Somebody betrayed you in the past. We've got the 9 of Pentacles. We've got the Star card, and we have the Hermit in reverse. I feel like there's some healing in order here. I feel like you did become single because of the lies, or maybe you found that there were lies afterwards, after the fact. But it feels like there's healing that is required here. Healing of the mind, I want to say, because the Page of Swords is here, and the Page of Swords is pointing at the Hermit and at the Star. It does feel like you really need to get balance between your emotional energy, and your earth energy. Like, it feels like you really need to balance this energy here, because it feels like I feel like this might be one of the stages of grief if this is something that you didn't didn't necessarily want to leave, possibly. But I feel like it feels like the Seven of Swords is after the fact, because it's in the past position. It feels like you learned about something afterwards, after everything was done and gone, after you became single. I feel like you learned about something afterwards, and now I feel like you're stuck on it and you can't release it. The Hermit energy in the reverse is telling me that I feel like you finally have come out of this place where you have been hermiting yourself, like staying alone and not talking to people. I feel like you've been stuck in this Eight of Swords, which has had you in this Hermit energy. I feel like part of the healing has taken place in Hermit energy, but I feel like you have to heal all the way, and I don't think that you are, because the Nine of Pentacles tells me you're single, and it's time to build on your own. It's time to build happiness and healing on your own. This part of the leg of the race here is on your own. We've got the King of Cups. That's what it is. So you're a person who doesn't usually share your emotions with somebody. You're a person who keeps it all tucked under the surface, like Cancer does, and you keep it there. And so when you finally do open up to somebody, and then they betray you, or they hurt you, or lie to you, or deceive you, that's like a dagger in the heart, right? So I feel like you are the King of Cups, and you don't normally show your feelings on the surface, but I feel that you did. I feel like you did with this person, and they cut you, is what it feels like here. You may have been headed for marriage. You may have been in a long-term relationship with this person. And we have the Three of Wands, because I think you wanted that really bad. I do think you're turning your back on it, though. I think you are ready to turn your back on it, but I want to say that I feel like in the future here, there is the ships that are coming in here is the Ten of Pentacles. I feel like there's so much abundance in your future, Cancer, and I feel like you're faced away from the new cycle right now, and I feel like although you are emotionally available and intelligent with your emotions, I feel like you still feel like you are a person who has to keep your stability in the storm, like the emotional storm that you're going through. We do have a Strength card. So I feel like you're holding back from anything new, anything in the future. Like you're like, no, I don't want this. I feel like you're still waiting for something. I think that you waited around for this person to make a different decision is what it is. And I feel like they didn't. And so I feel like that you have to move on and turn your back on it. It feels like you gave this person everything, I want to say, whether it's financial or all of your emotions or all of your abundant emotions. And now I feel like you're in this place of the Three of Wands. Now the reality is you've got to turn your back, and you've got to be strong to turn your back here. Tell me what is in the outcome, please, for Cancer. We've got the Five of Swords. We've got the Two of Wands. And we've got the King of Wands. So I feel like, it feels like, again, the Three of Wands is showing up here. And it feels like you are again faced into the past. So the Five of Swords is here. And I feel like you're still fighting with yourself. It almost feels like you're still stuck at the Two of Wands is what it is. It feels like you can't move forward until you let go. Until you let go of the situation. Because I feel like even though you and this person, you might have no longer be with them because of fundamental differences. Maybe all we did is fight. Maybe there was a lot of fighting and arguing, but maybe we could have worked it out. Like I feel like you're in your head saying, but what if we could have worked it out? I feel like this King of Wands is telling me that that if this person were to come back, that you're ready to take action. That's what it feels like here. The Two of Pentacles is here, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Five of Cups. So there was a material wealth that you two had created as well. I feel like the decision was possibly whomever it might be, the Earth sign. It might have been their decision to get the stability, and I think that their decision made you sad. Also, it could be that there was a lot of accumulation of material things, and I feel like that was the hard part, is like we started like maybe looking at houses. Like it feels like it was progressing along, this long-term relationship was progressing along the way you wanted it to until it wasn't anymore. Yeah, and then the Nine of Swords is here. So the Five of Cups and the Nine of Swords tells me you still have dreams about it. You still have nightmares about it. You might still be living in the nightmare. Maybe you're still in the place of splitting assets, even if you don't get married, if you're living together. Like that's a 10-year card. Maybe you were living together for 10 years, right? And you didn't get married. But maybe you were married. It could be that as well. But it feels like you're stuck in this emotional place where it's really hard for you to sleep. I don't think you're sleeping very well. Maybe you're not eating very well because the Queen of Pentacles is here. But a decision needs to be made here. And that is, you need to go on your way. Yeah, the Queen of Wands is turning her back to the past and going into the future. The Queen of Wands is like, you know what? I'm independent. I'm on my own path. I'm just going to do it by myself. Go find whatever thing is making me feel passionate about life. We got the Four of Wands. Maybe you want to try it again with somebody else. Maybe it's just stability that we're looking at here with the Four of Wands as well. We've got Aries, Sagittarius, Leo, more Leo. We've got Scorpio energy. We've got Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. Scorpio, Pisces, and Cancer. Aries, Sagittarius, Leo, Aquarius. We've got more Sagittarius energy, more Taurus energy. All right. Somebody is stuck on somebody. All right, tell me about Leo. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Leo, please. Tell me about Leo. Next 7 days for Leo, please. Sneak peek for this week. Tell me about Leo. All right. Leo, we have the Six of Cups and the Five of Swords. Tell me more. Oh boy. Leo, it feels like you're stuck here, is what it feels like. The Eight of Swords is feeling stuck in the mind, right? I can't get out of this pattern of thought. It feels like you're thinking about the past because the Six of Cups is here. And those are nostalgic feelings, right? Feelings, thoughts that bring up feelings. So we've got the Five of Swords here. It's like intrusive thoughts. It's like you can't control them. You can't control when they come up. I feel like you might still be reliving arguments or fights, possibly, but it also could be intrusive thoughts about the past. It feels like you're kind of stuck there right now. I want to say, tell me more. Yeah, and you refuse to let go. And that's the thing about being a fixed sign, right? You're really loyal, even loyal to the thought of it. And it feels like you're having a hard time letting something go. So you're holding back yourself from the future by being attached to the past. And I feel like these are all really emotional type feelings. Like they bring up feelings, even though they're only thoughts. I feel like they bring up feelings from the past. And so I feel like you are holding tight to this Eight of Swords. It almost feels like if I am feeling, Leo, that you're feeling if you let go, they win. That's what I'm feeling here. Tell me about the Six of Cups. Got the Ace of Swords. We've got the Page of Wands. And the Three of Pentacles. So it's like, I want to talk to you. Can't we just be friends? Maybe we can be friends. Maybe we can put down some new tracks here. Maybe we can go on a new path, and maybe we don't have to. I feel like you're trying to find a way around it. It feels like the clarity is the Page of Wands, and the Page of Wands is the messenger. And to me, when the Page of Wands shows up, it's texting, right? So it feels like you're thinking about texting someone. It's like we've moved to this place. It could be a friend that we're talking about, right? We've moved to this place where it feels like you want to talk to this person, but it feels like you're hesitating about reaching out because of the Eight of Swords and the Five of Swords. But it feels like there's something that went down here. But the Three of Pentacles is telling me it could be a friend. To me, that's friend of a friend. It's community. It's also, yeah, it feels like Seven Pentacles. And the Seven Pentacles is like, I put a lot of work into this. Like maybe you were friends with this person for many years. And I don't want to throw away that friendship. Oh, because you have feelings. That's what it is. So it feels to me like you are friends with somebody here. And I feel like you're not speaking to this person anymore. There could have been an argument or a fight, or it doesn't have to be something knock down, drag out, but maybe there was a disagreement, or, maybe we're just too different. For us, maybe we have fundamental differences, and maybe we don't agree on politics, and maybe all we do is just fight and argue. It feels like we moved away. Six of Swords. So somebody moved away from the relationship. Somebody is mentally not even in it anymore, is what it feels like. So I feel like the reason that you can't let it go is because of the Ace of Cups with the Page of Cups and the Emperor. It feels like you usually get what you want. That's what it's telling me here. The Emperor is telling me, look, I get what I want. Nobody says no to Leo. I usually get what I want. And I feel like the Page of Cups is telling me that you're surprised that you're not quite getting what you want. Now, I feel like this person could be a friend, but I feel like you have deep feelings for them that you've never expressed, because the Emperor is not really into that. The Emperor is someone who is more sturdy and solid, and I feel like you have, that you would like to open a door to something more. And I think that's why you can't let go. That's why you're not interested in letting go here. We got the Five of Pentacles, but there's no conversation. How do I open the door? This person here is like, oof, I don't even know where to start. Because it feels like, I want to say that somebody here has got you on the outside looking in. Maybe we had this fight or this argument, and now I'm on the outside looking in. I feel that you are single. I feel like you're not used to not getting what you want. And I feel like there were feelings here for this person that you would call a friend, possibly. I'm not talking about a bestie you grew up with. And it could be, who knows, right? I'm reading for thousands of people. But that's not what it feels like. It feels like that maybe there was, fire in Pentacles, friends with benefits, or something like that. And it's like when we parted ways, we said, okay, then we're just friends then. Let's just do that. I think whilst you're away here, you're growing more feelings. And it's like the Page of Cups is telling me that it's kind of surprised you. But it's like, now how do I tell this person that I miss them or that I have feelings for them? Because you're not a person who is really going to bring all of that to the surface, Leo. Tell me about the outcome. Got the Ace of Pentacles. We've got the Queen of Swords. The Ten of Pentacles. You're like, I just got to say it. And I agree. If it's something that is on your mind that's got you stuck, I feel like you just need to say it and get your answer. It could go this way or that way. There's Two of Swords here. It could go one way or it could go another. But I feel like right now, the energy of the outcome is the Ace of Pentacles and the Queen of Swords. I want to start new. I want to invest here, so I need to say something. I need to tell this person that I'm in it for the long haul, is what it feels like. Here's what you want to say. Yep, I'm in it for the long haul, and I'd like to try and find some stability, if we can do that. Because I feel like you've got some big feelings for somebody here. Yes. What am I hearing? I heard you played around and got addicted. Oh, that's Dark Horse, Katy Perry. Yes, Shoddy's heart is on steroids. Yeah, the sort of the rapping part of the song, right? Talks about, Cleopatra is what she looks like. And so it's like you didn't expect to fall for this person, is what it feels like. And, yeah, I can't hear the words. Sorry, I'm in a channel, so I can't hear the words. But it is Dark Horse, Katy Perry, and it feels like you didn't expect, you fooled around and got addicted, is what he says. I'm going to play with... Oh, come on. Give it to me a little bit. You're going to play with fire. You don't know what you're falling for. Yeah. We've got the Hermit in the reverse. I feel like it's been quiet, and I feel like you're about to come out of Hermit energy here. I feel like you have been healing, I want to say. So if it's been a while since you've spoken to this person, I feel like you've been healing. I feel like you've been learning how to control your emotions. The King is always the sturdy one in the storm. So I feel like you are learning how to hold back your feelings. You're learning how to be stoic in your feelings. You're learning how to be emotionally intelligent, which means I'm not going to love bomb. I'm not going to, get overly emotional about the situation. I feel like you're feeling sort of defensive here. You're at the crossroads here, but it also feels like you're in a little bit of hesitation here, indecision. Should I do this? I think you will. I think you're going to go for it. Yeah, the Queen always would. The Queen of Wands always would. That's your energy, right? Feminine or masculine. I feel like you are going to go because this Queen would always get what she wants. We do have the Hanged Man in reverse. It's going to be after having some sort of a realization. When the Hanged Man is in reverse, we're no longer in a pause. I've got my perspective, and now I'm going to go. Got Pisces energy here. Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, Aries energy. More Cancer. We've got Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius, Virgo. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Yep, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. There it is. All right, Virgo. Speaking of Virgo, tell me what's going on with Virgo. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter for the next 7 days. Sneak peek for this week for Virgo. Tell me about Virgo. Tell me about Virgo, please. We've got the Two of Pentacles. I feel like you're trying to keep your balance. Possibly after watching somebody walk away. Yeah. It does feel like you're trying to get your balance after something has ended here, after a cycle has ended. And I want to say that I feel like that cycle that ended was quite tumultuous, it feels like. It was quite tumultuous. I'm just looking at the water in the background, like there's waves, and the boats are trying to keep up with the waves. But I feel like you're keeping your balance in the storm. And it feels like after somebody walked away from you here. Tell me more about Virgo, please. We've got the Judgment card. And the Three of Wands. Someone made a decision to turn their back on you. Yeah, I think somebody is going after their dreams. They might have said, look, I'm not getting what I need here. I feel as though I feel like you are trying to get your stability back after somebody made a decision to go out into the expanse and find out what's out there. I feel like they were possibly waiting to do that. Got the Judgment card here, which is Virgo and Pisces energy. Somebody was, I think, made a decision to end this, because we do have skeletons in the coffins, right? And they're about to get up and be reborn here. So I feel like somebody felt like they needed to move forward, but away from you. And I think that you're just beginning to get your footing again. Yeah, after the Five of Cups is here. We have the Star energy, so you're healing here. And we have the Eight of Cups. Yeah, that's what it looks like here. So I feel like the Five of Cups is telling me that there are regrets that it didn't work out. But I feel like it's a time for you to heal now. I feel like it's time for you to go over the emotional and thought pattern and heal all of that. I want to say that it was inevitable that this person would walk away because the Judgment card is here. When the Judgment card is here, it is major arcana. It's like the universe made the decision essentially and sort of pushed this person forward, I want to say. And this is I feel like it was supposed to happen because it was supposed to free you up for you to go in a new direction. But maybe because you have a hard time letting go, you're an earth sign, right? That you're very loyal, you have a hard time letting go, and I feel like you didn't want to let go. We do have Five Cups that are standing here. I want to say there's still happiness to be had in the future. The Five Cups here are standing, and we have the Five Cups. And so we see on the, here, right, that the Two Cups are still here, although they're poured out here. But I want to say that I feel like you're so consumed in your sadness or regret that you are not You're not noticing that there's, you know, you're feeling in a very dark place, I want to say. You're not noticing that should you decide to walk away, that that I feel like there's healing to be done. That this person did walk away. They detached from you, I think. Or if you should choose to detach from it, I feel like it could work out for you here. We've got the Seven of Swords. We've got the Knight of Cups. And we've got the Empress. So I want to say that someone lied to you about abundance. Maybe about how much they loved you, or whatever the abundance is, the Empress is here. The Knight of Cups, right, of course, is somebody who decided to drink for themselves, right? Someone who decided that they needed to drink for themselves. And I feel like you got caught up in it, right? We've got this person walking here, and you can see that they're about to be caught. I feel like you got caught up in the lie. I think that this person decided that they needed to drink for themselves. I feel like it feels like a vibrational mismatch, I want to say. That maybe this person decided, you know what, I need to go out and find out what's out there for me by myself, doing my own thing. This person, it feels like, decided to drink for themselves and didn't want to be in a relationship. But it feels like it is maybe feeling like they deceived you. The King of Wands, yeah, I think that they are the ones that took action. I think it is. You could have been dealing with a Libra or a Taurus, possibly an Aries, a Sagittarius, or a Leo. Maybe another Virgo or a Pisces. Tell me what the outcome is here. We've got the Ace of Wands in the reverse. We've got the Three of Pentacles. And we've got the Tower. I think this person is like, look, we can still be friends. And you're like, no, bro. Nope. No, thank you. I feel like there was a foundation here, but maybe it was a very shallow foundation. The Three of Pentacles is here. It's not a Pentacles foundation. It's not a Ten of Pentacles foundation. It's a Three of Pentacles foundation. So it feels like it's possibly 3 years or with this person. But I think it was the passion that fizzled is what it feels like. It feels like maybe the passion fizzled, and the realization of the Tower here, I feel broke the foundation. I think what broke the foundation was that we just aren't very much yoked in the passion sector. I want to say that somebody here lost their passion or just wasn't passionate enough for you. Tell me what's around the corner, please. We've got the Devil, we've got the Moon, and we got the Page of Wands. So I think you're going to be in the Devil and the Moon energy for a bit before you get on your way. I feel like you really have to walk away from this. You have to find a new path and walk away from this. But the Moon energy tells me that things aren't as they seem. And what isn't as it seems is that the Devil is here. I think you're still very much attached to them, that you can't let go. You can't let go of the situation or let go of them. And we do have the Four of Cups. So it feels like what is needed here is healing, right? The healing is here. And I feel like every cup that the universe is giving to you, you're like, no, thank you. This has already happened and I've already been hurt. I'm just going to stay here in the comfort zone. All right, got the Four of Wands. It's you know, I think you're going to try and get your stability. It feels like you're going to try and make things stable in your life, stable and happy. We have Scorpio energy. We have Virgo and Pisces. We have more Scorpio energy. Aries, Sagittarius, and Leo energy. Cancer and Pisces. We have Libra and Taurus. We have more Capricorn energy. We have Aquarius energy. And Capricorn energy. All right. All right. Always the door. Always something at the door, y'all. All right, let's take a look at it, Libra. Tell me about Libra. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter for the next 7 days. Tell me about Libra, please. Tell me about Libra. Libra, we have the Eight of Pentacles. Why do we have the Eight of Pentacles, please? Eight of Pentacles is with the Death card. Libra, did you leave a job? Because the Death card is in the past position. Tells me it already happened. So possibly maybe you left your job. Or maybe you're just finally getting out of some sort of analytical phase. Maybe one where you were working a lot or working too much, putting hard work in. We've got the Six of Wands and we have the Lovers. Yeah, I feel like you need to get out more is what this is telling me here, Libra. I feel like you've been putting a lot of work in on something. So it could be, you know, the workplace, it could be your garden, it could be a friendship, whatever whatever has been your pinhole focus lately. I feel like you're very, very focused on something lately, and I think that is coming to an end, or you're taking a break from it. I want to say a well-needed break, because something is changing here. I think what's changing is that you need some attention. I feel like attention from other people. Maybe you're dating somebody and they're like, come on, like, are you not going to give me any attention? It could be that. But the Lovers is also a choice, right? So I feel like it's your choice to get more attention, or it feels like whatever you were doing was kind of arduous, painstaking, taking a long time. It feels like you were very focused on something for a long time. And it feels like it's time now, I think, for you to change your mind, or change your working habits. I feel like somebody here is really working a lot, is what it feels like. It's time for you to get amongst people. We've got the Seven of Wands here. I think that you already knew. People were telling you, look, you're working too much. We never see you anymore. Because the Seven of Wands is like those 6 wands are poking at that person, and this person's trying to defend themselves. So it feels like you were almost trying to defend yourself with, look, I just got to get this project done. I want to figure out what's going on with this project. The Page of Wands is here. Oh, and the 8 of Wands. So I was looking at this 7 and 1 is 8, and then the 8 of Wands showed up. Very interesting. So yeah, it does feel like it's time to do something different. I want to say it's time to move forward or get some movement. It's time to take a shot at something different. Look, I'm just going to say that the 8 of Wands, I don't know if you can see it here. You might need to make your screen bigger. But the 8 of Wands is pointing right at the hearts that are sitting right here under my shell. And so it feels like there needs to be... it feels like there needs to be more movement here. The Page of Wands is telling me that you need to get on a different path and do something different, because I feel like you've been working too hard, or you've been so focused on everything that you have, like you've not even been living life. I feel like you've been focused, very, very focused on the analytics of something, or solving something. We've got the Fool card. Yeah, it's time for something new. Time for something new. We've got the Ace of Pentacles. Oh, okay. So I feel like whatever, excuse me, whatever work you've been doing here, it feels like you, whatever work you've been doing here, it's time now to reap the rewards, I want to say, because the 7 or the 8 of Pentacles, I feel, is doing the hard work, and then it produces the Ace of Pentacles. So I feel like it's time to lift your head from whatever has been occupying your time, whatever you have been ignoring everyone else for. We've got the 2 of Wands. Yeah, it's time for you to make a decision to make a new investment somewhere. And the Fool, the door is open. It's time for you to take a shot at something here. Yeah, it's time to move. The Queen of Wands is here. So the Queen of Wands is independent. Somebody who's just going to go get what they want. We've got 3 Wands here. It's almost like you were trying to distract yourself. While you were waiting for something really good to show up, you were trying to distract yourself. It could be what you've been waiting to show up for you to wait to show up here is the Lover's energy here. It could be that maybe you just want a victory in love, and you're like, you know what? Until it shows up, I'm just going to focus on my work, the garden, myself, whatever it is. It could, the 8 of Pentacles is also self-mastery. So I feel like when this new door opens, that's where you take that Ace of Pentacles and plant it here. It feels like you need to make a decision to do that. But I feel like you've been waiting to do it for a while. It's just that while things were not moving in your life, because I feel like something ended here, while things were not moving in your life, I feel like you were, I just got to just knuckle down and figure out what's going on. But I want to say that if this is work for you, it's very lucrative. And now you're ready to go out and spend that money. What's this here? The Wheel of Fortune, the 7 of Cups, and the 3 of Cups. Oh, nice. Okay, so you go from the 7 of Cups to the 3 of Cups. Look, you go with the Wheel of Fortune, the 10 of Cups is here. So I feel like it's, maybe you've been on leave. Maybe you've been another side of the world working, or you had to be away from people working, something that needed all of your attention. But I feel like it goes from confusion to happiness and celebration and being with people. So I feel like you are going to get the attention that you want. But the Wheel of Fortune is here. Something is changing. What's changing is your direction going into the future. I feel you're changing your direction, changing the heart space. I got to stop ignoring everybody around me. It's time to take a shot at love, possibly. Tell me what the outcome is. 10 of Cups. Called it out right there. 10 of Cups is in the outcome. we've got the Three of Wands, and that's what you've been waiting for, I think. Yeah, I've been waiting for the Ten of Cups. Isn't that interesting? 2 and 1 in the hand of the Queen is 3, and the Ten of Cups is here, and then 3 Wands and the Ten of Cups is here. This is a turning point for you. I feel like you're less focused on work and you're more focused on being sociable, finding love, possibly finding someone to flirt with, occupy your time with, someone that you can show your heart space with. We do have the World card here, right? And so it's the end of the waiting here for you. We're ending a chapter of waiting for happiness. I feel like now you're intentionally going out to find it because the wheel is here. And the wheel is a turning point, right? Everything is changing here. It's divine destiny. So the World card is here, and it feels like the door is closing to you having to wait around for the ships to come in. I feel like you're just going to go out and meet the ships. You're just going to go out and find your destiny here. Tell me what's around the corner. We have the Ten of Wands. We have the Four of Swords, and we have the Tower in the reverse. Okay, why is the Tower in the reverse? The Knight of Pentacles. The Moon, oh, it's going to take longer for you to find someone that you're attracted to than you thought. I feel like you've been carrying around these burdens of healing. So I feel like you've been away from people, but I feel like you're healing so you can drop your burdens. But when the Tower's in the reverse for me, it's like there is a tower that you're being warned. Something is coming up in the distance. And I feel like the Tower that's showing up is... it's not going to be as easy to find someone as you thought it would be. It feels like with the Moon energy here, that what you don't see is that there's a lot of people out there looking for passion, but not much else. And I feel like you're one that moves slow. I feel like you would rather move slow, go over it. I want to get to know you. Let's build a foundation. And I feel what you don't know, the Moon energy here, what you don't see, the things that you don't really see, is that people are not looking for someone as deep as you, not really looking for emotion. A lot of them are just out there looking to get some passion out of you. So be careful so you don't get your heart broken, I'm just going to say. Feels like right now you're feeling kind of disconnected because you're sort of in your head about what to do next. I feel like you are going to get on the horse and go, though. I feel like it's... been a long time since you actually conversed with people face to face. Like maybe you do a lot of work that's online, and maybe it's a lot of online conversations that you have. But I feel like you are closing an old chapter here, which is one of a lot of hard work or working on yourself. I feel like you've been alone putting in the hard work on something, and it's time for you to move forward and find love, I feel. So we do have Cancer and Pisces, Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo, Sagittarius. Things are expanding for you in the future, by the way. Scorpio, Aries, we've got Gemini, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. We've got a lot of fire here today. We've got Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo, Scorpio, and Virgo energy. All right, Scorpio. Let's find out what's going on for Scorpio this week. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Whenever you get this, next 7 days, Scorpio. Tell me what's going on for Scorpio. Tell me what's going on for Scorpio. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter in the next 7 days. Ooh, the Sun. Here comes the Sun. Sun is here. Tell me why. Oh my, look at that. I like it. Some sort of an exciting breakthrough. It seems like you've got a lot of fun and excitement showing up here. You're about to open some sort of a new chapter here, Scorpio. Oh my, look at that. We've got the Lovers. So a new door is opening to some sort of new love here, and it's very happy. Could be a Gemini, could be Aries, could be Leo. Take that. We've got the Five of Wands, but it's freaking you out just a little bit, I think. I feel like it's here. I think that you know that it's here, and if it's not here, it's going to be here in this next week, I think, for some of you. It feels like there's hesitation, though. I feel like you don't trust the Sun. Like you don't trust that you can see everything. You don't trust that you have clarity on everything just yet. I feel like you are about to meet somebody who is just like you. Somebody who mirrors you. I don't know, maybe that's good or bad, but they mirror you. I feel like you're on a new path here. a new path, and I feel like there's a bit of indecision because you don't know whether to trust that you see everything, but I think you are having a breakthrough. Look, it could be a breakthrough, like I'm ready to find my soulmate, but maybe you're a little bit hesitant, holding back possibly. Am I ready? Do I have enough? Am I enough? Like maybe all of those things that we fight ourselves about. We've got the 5 of Pentacles. I've been out of the game for a while is what that says. Yeah. It says I've been out of the game for a while. So maybe you haven't been dating for a while. Maybe you haven't, you've been hermiting a lot, staying home by yourself, being in this comfort zone where your emotions are always stable. I feel like you don't mind being on the outside looking in. I feel like being in this energy, I feel like you went from being in lack to being in the hermit energy. Look, hide yourself away for a year. I'm telling you things, it'll change your life. And I think that's what you did. I feel like you've been disconnected from people for a while, but I think it was by choice. Like I think you just had enough and you were done. It feels like you just nothinged everybody and you went into hermit mode. And it feels like that's where you've been ever since. But I feel like the sun is telling me that it's time for you to get up and go. It's time for you to find out what's out there. Time to have more fun. Time to meet people. Meet someone special, possibly. A new door is opening here for you. Yep, it's transformation. So it feels like you are... I feel like the time you spent in hermit energy, you used really well. I feel like it transformed you. But I feel like you're now ready with the Death card. I feel like the Death card is here for the 5 of Wands and for the 4 of Cups. Is telling me it's time to get out of your comfort zone. It's also telling me that the 5 of Wands, like there's no more hesitation here. We do have the 9 of Pentacles. And we have a Queen of Swords, yeah. So it's confidence to speak out loud. It's confidence to actually tell people what I want. I'm not just going to let anybody into my space. I feel like you have boundaries here. The Queen of Swords does. It feels like that you took this time away or took this time out to build yourself, build something yourself. Could be a business, could be yourself, but confidence for sure. And I feel like you've had a glow up or you're looking really good or feeling really good. The Queen of Swords energy tells me that you've built some boundaries while you've been away. And although that you will allow everybody into your space, I feel like your head is clear. I feel like your mind is clear, and it feels like with the Queen of Swords energy, I'm just going to be honest. I'm just going to cut through the bullshit. I'm just going to be honest. I'm not going to be doing all the things that, like, I'm not going to waste my time on people, other people that I don't feel are compatible with me, that are not compatible with me. So I feel like you're just going to speak the truth and see who hangs around. That's what it feels like. We've got the 8 of Wands here. So things are about to pick up and move quicker. I feel like you're ready for the conversation. You're ready to move forward. You're ready to get out of this hesitation and back in the game here. Tell me about the 8 of Wands. We've got the 4 of Wands. We've got the King of Swords. Oh, you're looking for a mate. So I feel like you're ready to find a person. And I want to say you're looking like you're ready to give mental reciprocal energy to somebody, ready to give your energy. But I feel like you want to find an intellectual is what it's telling me, that you need someone who is on point with you intellectually. And that's where you're going to build the stability first. I feel like you're willing to give someone your energy. You're willing to give out your time, but this person has to be compatible with you mentally. They must be confident. This person is somebody who wants to move fairly fast, but is willing to build stability in this intellectual realm first. I must know that you are ready to hold my attention without me having to look at you and say, okay, well, you're beautiful, you'll hold my attention. Because that's very temporary. Looks are temporary. But I feel like you're looking for an intellectual connection here, Scorpio. Someone who can hold your mind. And that's the person that you will give your energy to. What's the outcome, please? Tell me what the outcome is. We've got the Ace of Wands, we've got the 9 of Wands, and we've got, oh, I like it, the 8 of Cups. So you're disconnecting from this 9 of Wands energy. No longer are you the wounded warrior. I feel like you cleared all that up in the Hermit energy here. You went from being in the 5 of Pentacles to being in the Hermit energy, and it feels like it really balanced you emotionally. We do have the Ace of Wands here, and this is 10 Wands, right? The 9 and the 1 is 10. Feels like you're ready to put down these burdens and start all over again. The disconnection from the 9 of Wands is really great energy. Tell me what's around the corner for Scorpio. Around the corner is the High Priestess. We have the 7 of Swords and the 4 of Swords. Look, you know what I think? I feel like while you were in Hermit energy, I feel like you sharpened your swords, and it feels like you now know who's lying to you and who isn't. This is something about Scorpio, right? You're the bullshit detector, right? You and Pisces, right? Pisces moon for sure, but you are really expert at knowing who's lying to you and who's not. So I feel like you've done some healing, and I feel as though you were healing from some sort of heartache or heartbreak. You've let something go. You've left something behind, something that hurt the mind or hurt the heart. And I feel like I feel like whatever lesson you learned within where you were hurt, you've now sharpened your swords. You're now sharper in the mind. You now can pick out somebody who's bullshitting you, because the High Priestess with the Seven of Swords tells me, look, don't even try your shenanigans with me, because I know what's going on. We do have the Ten of Swords. Yeah, I was looking at the 3 and the 7 when I said that you were releasing something, and it tells me here that something ended and it really hurt you, and I feel like that might be why you went into this Hermit energy, but it feels like it brought you peace. I want to say it brought you peace. It sharpened your mind, it sharpened your emotions, it sharpened your psychic energy, your empathic energy, and in the time where you were silent or quiet, you were able to pull away from this Nine of Wands energy, that you're like, no one is ever going to get me in the Nine of Wands anymore. No one is ever going to make me feel like the wounded warrior. Now you're the one that's in charge, right? The King of Swords is in charge. So I feel like you are looking for someone who is going to be compatible. These are formidable opponents, right? People who can speak to each other in a certain type of way. And we can be very on point with our facts and our honesty and our truth before we even decide whether we want to give reciprocal energy to each other. So I feel like this is the energy that you figured out as you analyzed yourself and whatever went on in the past, and that you analyzed yourself here. I feel like you realize that this person, I need to be attracted to them intellectually first before anything else. We do have the Two of Wands here. So you've been preparing this for a while, I think, to find a mate. But I feel like maybe this week is the week where you actually take action on it, possibly with that Ace of Wands. We have Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. We have Scorpio energy. We've got Gemini, Pisces. We've got Virgo energy, we've got Aries, and we've got Leo, who is the sun. All right. Let's look at Sagittarius. Tell me what's coming up for Sag. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Sag, next 7 days, sneak peek for this week. Tell me about my fire family. Tell me about Sag. Tell me about Sagittarius. Got the Nine of Pentacles and the Tower, the King of Pentacles and the Three of Swords. What's this? I'm going to say that if you have been having money problems, I think that's over. I'm just going to say it's way over. The Three of Swords is here with disappointment or worry. And I feel like what you've been worrying about is your pentacle world, your money, your house, your home. But I feel like you've been working really, really hard. There's about to be a tower that shows up here for your finances, but don't worry about that tower. I feel like it's giving you clarity that you're out of the woods. I want to say that for those of you who've been working really hard, that you're about to maybe get a bonus or a promotion, or, you know, maybe boss is going to put their hand on your shoulder and say, hey, you've done really well. It feels like you've gained some experience here, or you've gained some sort of stability or confidence in what you're doing. I feel like that whatever it is that you've been working really hard on here, putting the hard work in, it's like it felt like it wasn't even worth it for a while there. It feels like you were doing like wash, rinse, repeat, doing the same thing, right? And it's like it wasn't even paying off, and then boom, all of a sudden it pays off here. That's what it feels like here. So I feel like this tower next to the King of Pentacles is clearing the way for something really great, because I feel like you had been worrying, like it feels like worry or disappointment about the finances, but when the tower shows up, I think it shows you from the Nine of Pentacles to the King. It feels like it's like the work that you've done isn't just in the financial way. It's like it's built you all the way up from the ground. You built something from the ground up. It could be a business even. We do have the Four of Swords. We have the Queen of Swords. I like it. And the Page of Cups. So I think this surprise, I feel like you're going to get some sort of a surprise from someone that you have a lot of respect for, but maybe you thought didn't like you, is what it feels like. That the Queen of Swords can be that person. Like if we are talking about the workplace, it feels like this Queen of Swords can be that person who doesn't really, isn't really very, very, touchy-feely. They don't really they're kind of swords, right? And it feels like this person has sort of warmed up to you, I want to say. You may have even had sort of words with this person at some point, but I think they're going to surprise you next week. It doesn't have to be all about work. I'm just going to say that there is a tower showing up with something really abundant that's coming in that, it's going to clear up whatever you had in terms of heartbreak, worry, disappointment. It feels like this is a really good tower. Tell me about this tower. Tell me about this tower for Sag. We've got the Knight of Swords. Wow, look at that. And the Sun. Look, it's good, good, good. It's all good. The Knight of Swords, it's like there's aggressive happiness coming at you, is what it looks like here. And then we have the Page, right? And so I feel like it's a communication of sorts. It's like an exciting communication that is a complete breakthrough in your finances. And I feel like it causes a tower because it comes at you so aggressively. It's like the Queen might come at you with some sort of aggressive information. Can you get in my office, please? I need to talk to you. And you're like, what the, right? But it ends up being a really good tower. That's what it feels like. Tell me what else I need to know. We have the 8. It's because of all the work you've put in. Yeah. It's like now somebody here sees you as the person for the job, the subject matter expert. And this is something that I feel like this is recognition for your hard work is what it looks like, the 10 of Cups. And then we have the 8 of Swords. I feel like you thought that this wasn't going to happen, like, because the 7 of Pentacles was on the bottom of the deck earlier. And it feels like you thought that you were like at this place where it was just never going to get better. You were just going to work yourself into the ground and it was never going to get better. I think that's what the 8 of Swords is all about. But I feel like what comes from the 8 of Swords, when you felt like your hands were tied and you couldn't get out of it, it feels like the 10 of Cups shows up with the 8 of Pentacles, where somebody gives you some sort of kudos that shocks you here. So this could be a friend, this could be a family member, but it definitely could be at the workplace. And then we have the Ace of Wands, and it's excitement. It's absolute elation and excitement. Now I know I'm on a new path. I know that all the work that I've been doing is actually working its way into some sort of a new beginning. Tell me what the outcome is here for Sag. Tell me about the outcome for Sag. We have the 6 of Pentacles, money dropping in their hands, and the 9 of Swords and the 4 of Pentacles. I feel like you were worried, and I feel like you felt like you were stuck in this worry because it feels like you were having a hard time financially. If this is not coming up this week for you, I'll be surprised. It could be later on for some of you, but I feel like the 6 of Pentacles tells me I feel like this Queen is about to drop some money in your hands. It feels like you're about to get some sort of a kudos here, and I feel like you were worried that this was the dead end. I think you were worried that this would be a dead end for you, but it's definitely not. I feel like it's just the beginning of something, actually. Around the corner, we have the 6 of Swords, we have the 9 of Wands, and we have the Queen of Cups. So look, the Queen of Cups and the Queen of Swords. This person is someone who's actually going to show you a little bit of feeling this time. You are going to go from the 9 of Wands, from feeling like the wounded warrior, to the Queen of Cups, where you're feeling filled from the toes to the head. It feels like this person fills you right up, because this person, it's hard to get a compliment out of them. They can be really hard to deal with. Look, this could be a mother-in-law. This could be a sister or a brother or a spouse even. But it feels like the 6 of Swords tells me that you move away from this mental chaos, because the Queen of Swords and the Queen of Cups get together. And although this person is still kind of stern and hard with you, they give you compassion. It's like, yeah, you did a great job, but I knew you would, it feels sort of like that. And it feels like it helps you drop these 9 wands here. One more card. We've got the Nine of Cups. There we go. Your wish fulfillment. I think that you're like, why am I even here? Why am I even doing this? I'm not even getting noticed. Why am I putting in all this hard work? But I feel like somebody here is like going to give you the biggest kudos that you've ever had. Look, it could be someone noticing you in love. It could be that there was someone here who's a bit of a hard ass, who you thought just was not interested in you at all. I feel like this person, I feel like you've broken them down. I want to say, you've broken them down. And I feel like the Tower is, this person is going to be aggressive with their happiness with you. It is abundance, but remember, abundance, this isn't necessarily money. It's energy. Energy could be happiness, good health, relationship, material things. It could be stability, right? Finally, you get stability with someone here. Okay, let's get to your signs. Give me just 1 second here. We've got Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. We've got Pisces energy, Scorpio and Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius. We've got Leo, Sagittarius energy. We've got Scorpio energy, and we've got the Two of Cups, Cancer, on the bottom of the deck. All right. All right. All right, Capricorn. Let's take a look at it. Tell me what's going on for Capricorn this week. Tell me about the next 7 days for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Capricorn. Sneak peek for this week, Capricorn. Tell me what's going on for Capricorn. We've got the Queen of Swords, Capricorn. Who are you telling? You're setting somebody straight this week, for sure. We've got the Page of Cups. Oh, I don't think that you're expecting that this is going to come up. Look, it could be that you are speaking to a child. It definitely could be that you have to have a hard conversation with one of your children, no matter what age they are. It feels like it also could be somebody who doesn't expect that I'm going to have to give some harsh words to somebody. I'm going to have to be super honest. And, the Queen of Swords never really expects to ruffle feathers. That's not what she does. But the Queen of Swords is just somebody who, just says it. I don't really care how you feel about it. I'm just going to say it. It makes me feel balanced. So I'm just going to be honest with you. So it feels like there might be a conversation. It could be a surprise conversation coming up that you're not aware of either. It could be something that surprises you here. Tell me what else is going on. We've got the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. Could be a money conversation. I'm just saying. So for some of you, some of your kids, or one of your kids, or two of your kids could come to you and say, look, I'm out of money. Can I have some more money? And I think you're going to say to them that the Bank of Capricorn is closed. I have a feeling that somebody's going to say, look, I'm low on money. It could be that you have to have the money conversation with somebody. And it might surprise you. This might be something that you're not really aware of, that maybe this it could be a child. It doesn't have to be. But it feels like somebody here who is maybe fairly young or isn't really aware about how to take care of their finances, possibly. And with the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse, it feels like they didn't save any money, or I don't have anything in the bank, or something like that. So this conversation could be a total shocker or a surprise for you. It feels like it's a conversation about we're out of money, or there's nothing left in the bank, or something like that. That maybe we have less than we thought we did. This could even be a conversation with a spouse, with a parent, could be. We've got the Four of Wands, we've got the Six of Cups, and we've got the Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. Yeah, it does feel like, we can't wait anymore to have this conversation. It feels like this is somebody who's possibly in your family. It does feel like it's a family conversation. So it could be you, your spouse, and the kids, or it could be just you one-on-one with the kid, or it could be you and your spouse. There could be an age difference between you and your spouse. Maybe somebody's has been spending too much money. It feels like with the Four of Wands that it has something to do with the family. The Six of Cups is giving me energy that, we've been living together like this for a really long time. So someone that you've known forever, which is probably, maybe a brother or a sister. It could be that too. But the Seven of Pentacles in the reverse is telling me that I can't wait anymore. I can't wait anymore. I can't do this anymore. I'm the one that's putting in all the work, and I can't do this anymore. And I think that you're about to be very, very honest with somebody here. I can no longer support your ass. I can't do it. You need to put in. You need to give me rent, or you need to do something. I can't pay all the bills by myself. I think this is what the conversation is, because I feel like you are the Empress. You are somebody who is very balanced and solid and sturdy, but the Empress is also a mother. So again, it could be kids that we're talking to, right? Could be adult children, right? Maybe you have adult children living with you. Maybe it's time for them to kick in on the bills. We do have the Nine of Pentacles. And we have the Eight of Wands. I think that there's going to be this conversation of, but you have enough. Like, why can't you just keep paying the bills, paying the mortgage, paying everything? Like, you have enough, Mom. Why can't you do it? Or Dad, right? So feminine or masculine is the Empress. And it feels like the Eight of Pentacles is like, the Nine of Pentacles is like, because I built this on my own. Because I'm the one that put in the hard work. I'm the one that got the mortgage. I'm the one that kept the credit rating good. It feels like you just kind of blast them. I want to say that it starts to move. It's incoming conversation with the Queen of Swords. And it feels like the Queen of Swords, of course, is the Empress, right? That is energy from the Empress energy. It feels like somebody here is maybe speaking up for themselves, and maybe that's why you're standing in your Empress energy. For me as a reader, the coincidence, like every reader has their own coincidental readings, right? Like two cards that mean something. And for me, it's the Queen of Swords and the Empress. It's usually when the Queen of Swords shows up, it's the last lesson we have to learn before we can fully and truly step into the shoes of the Empress. So somebody here is finally standing up, liberating themselves and saying, no, you can't take advantage of me like that anymore. And they're going to say, like, but you have enough. Like, you have more than enough. And you're like, I'm not into giving people fish. I'm into teaching someone how to fish. So I feel like somebody here is coming to you and saying, look, I don't have any more money left. I need more money. I feel like it's going to surprise you. We do have another page here. I feel like you might get a text first, possibly. Communication is coming. And this communication coming to the house. I think it's a shock. Maybe you don't answer the text. So maybe this person just shows up. And I think that you know this person, that you've either lived with them before or you raised them in that house. It feels like there is a conversation coming up here. I mean, it could be a sister or brother. Take it as it resonates for you. But it's somebody that you've known maybe since they were a child here. We do have the Five of Wands in the reverse. We have the Knight of Wands in the reverse. And we have the Three of Swords. So I want to say that there's no more indecision. And I'm going to try and tread as slowly as I can. I'm going to try and not pop off. I'm going to try and not just bulldoze this person, because I don't want to break their heart. I feel like you're going to be careful as you can, as careful as you can, in a very healed way, right? The only other swords we have on the table is the Queen of Swords, and now we have the Three of Swords, which is 4. I don't mean to disappoint or hurt anybody's feelings, but I feel like you're going to try and go as slow as possible, because the Knight of Wands in the upright is no stability. This is somebody who's sort of aggressive, right? I don't think you're about to be aggressive with this person. I feel like you are no longer in denial about what's going on here. It feels like I can no longer play this game. The Five of Wands in the reverse is I have no more indecision. I'm not going to beat myself up about it. I've just got to tell this person straight. Like, I just can't keep footing the bill for you. It's time for you to learn how to be responsible with your finances, with your pentacle world, with your material goods, whatever it is. Tell me what's around the corner, please. Ooh, it's going to cause a tower. Yeah, it's going to break everything apart here. Someone is about to have a meltdown, possibly emotionally. We do have the Hierophant here. And the Queen of Pentacles. Look, I'm just saying, we could be talking about an argument between two people that are married. And just saying, it could be a tower that shows up with the Hermit, because the Empress has gone over the books and says, look, we have no more money in the bank. What are you doing? Where are you spending the money? This could be something that ends up causing a tower in this marriage. You might end up seeing some erroneous spending here, things that you can't account for, Where did this money go? Why are you taking so much money, so many cash withdrawals out of the bank? This could be something, it could be in a marriage possibly, that's going to cause an issue here. It's time for us to talk. It's time to have the talk. But guess what? The Queen of Swords is under here. We have the 3, and now we have 4. Now we have 5 swords. So be careful, because this is about to go off the rails. It feels like we're about to have an argument or a fight about whatever is going on here. It's all going to end up in a fight here. We've got the High Priestess. Use your High Priestess energy. The kindest High Priestess energy that you can, right? Using your intuitive energy, using all of the facts. You can see everything. All of the facts are here. Try and do it in a happy way, I'm going to say. But the World card is here. No more. Somebody's taking advantage of you here, Capricorn, and no more. Nope, it's a new day. Yeah, you're on a new path here. A fiery one where you're like, nah, bro, you can't do that to me anymore. We have Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy here. We have Libra and Taurus. We have Scorpio energy. We have Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius, and Aries, Sagittarius, and Leo energy. All right. Aquarius. Oh, I just heard that song by the Fifth Dimension in my head. It says the dawning of the age of Aquarius. We are in the age of Aquarius right now, by the way. As you can see, everything's falling down around us. All the structures that have been built up and have been in place for years are now falling to the ground, Aquarius, right? That's what the age of Aquarius is about, right? It's about the falling of the matrix is what it is, and people coming to the realization that we need to be more honest and truthful with our dealings. Yep, that's what's happening all over the world, little by little. All right, let's find out. I don't know why I went on about that, but it's because the song came to my head. It's an old song. Yeah. Okay. What does she say? When the moon is in the 7th house and Jupiter is lined up with Mars, I think she says. Yeah, it's the dawning of the age of Aquarius. Okay. Tell me about Aquarius. Tell me what's going on the next 7 days for Aquarius, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Oh, you're closing a chapter. What kind of a chapter are you closing here? It feels like an accomplishment. I feel like you've accomplished something here. You've hit some sort of a milestone, friend, because you've been willing to close the door on something. Tell me what's going on for Aquarius. Tell me about Aquarius. We have the Two of Wands. Are you adventuring right now? Feels like the Two of Wands is telling me that you have made a decision of some sort, but this is also adventure. We do have the little van here with the board laying up against it with the globe, so it tells me that maybe you are ready to go traveling, or maybe you are traveling right now. Maybe you're coming to the end of a holiday, end of traveling here. But the Two of Wands is about being at the crossroads of your life and having made a decision. What kind of decision are you making here, Aquarius? We have the Five of Wands. You've made a decision about something that you had been in indecision about. Something you had been that has really had you on the ropes. Something that you were not really necessarily, I wouldn't say beating yourself up about, but something that you couldn't come to a understanding about. And we do have the Seven of Wands, and it tells me that you couldn't make this decision because you felt like your back was against the wall, or you felt sort of like you had something to protect. You were protecting something, and that's why you didn't make the decision. Tell me what else is going on here. We have the Judgment card in the reverse. I think you had to come to terms with that somebody misjudged you. I think that, integrity is kind of everything to you, Aquarius, being honest and truthful, having integrity. And that's the healed Aquarius, of course, right? Not everybody's like that. But I feel like this Judgment in the reverse is like someone misjudged you. And I feel like you felt some kind of way about that. It kind of put your back against the wall and made you feel quite defensive, like you had to protect yourself. It feels like somebody misjudged you, and I feel like maybe you almost got to a place where you started to believe it, but I feel like the door is closed now. I feel like you made a decision that I'm no longer going to beat myself up about the way that they misjudged me. So And I feel like, as a rule, Aquarius is misunderstood a lot of the time. And so I feel like somebody misjudged you for whatever reason. I feel like you've come to some sort of a milestone where you closed the door and said, I'm done with that. I'm not doing that with you anymore. Tell me about this. Tell me about the World card. We've got the Knight of Pentacles. We've got the Queen of Wands. Yes. You know what? It takes you a long time to do it, but when you do it, you do it up. You do it. You do it. Yes. I feel like this Knight of Pentacles is telling me the obvious thing, that you finally went over something. It took you a long time to get there. Look, you're a fixed sign like me. You're an Aquarius. If you're an Aquarius sun, I'm an Aquarius. I'm a Taurus sun. You know, those are both fixed signs. And so I get the whole fixed sign thing. It takes us forever to get to a place where we've had enough. But I feel like this is what the Knight of Pentacles is telling me, that you had to go over the analytics. You wanted to make sure that you had enough information, that you knew the situation well enough. It could have been with a Virgo possibly, that you knew the situation well enough that you could actually make a decision to close the door. I feel like the Queen of Wands is very independent. I think you broke away from somebody. I think you regained your independence here. But I feel like for a long time that you were in the Two of Swords, there was something here that you didn't see. And so I feel like what you didn't see is that somebody was misjudging you. And maybe you didn't catch on right away, because I think that you chose to see the good. But there was something here that you didn't see. And I think you may have been blinded possibly by somebody in the way they looked. Maybe they were beautiful. Maybe they were really handsome. Maybe they're very sexy, right? The Queen of Wands is all of those things. So maybe you were blinded by that. And in the meantime, I feel like you had to close the door here with somebody. Tell me more about this. We've got the Nine of Cups. Look, I feel like closing this door or making your final decision, your judgment here. I feel like you made this decision for your happiness. And I feel like you would rather be single and happy than have to worry about going over details, going over the analytics. You know, it could be you're dealing with an Aries, a Sagittarius, a Leo, possibly another Aquarius, or maybe a Virgo. We have Virgo and Pisces here. So it feels like with the Nine of Cups here, that when you close the door, you began a new cycle of happiness. I want to say that you decided, I would rather be single and happy, is what it is here. The Four of Pentacles is in the reverse, and I kind of love that, because now you're open and being vulnerable to your own happiness, to being single and happy. I really love that. We have the Three of Cups for you here, celebration. I feel like it's a happy time, celebration. I feel like you feel free, is what it feels like. This person on the Nine of Cups feels free to be around whoever they want to be around. Like maybe this person, maybe the person that you were with was somebody who was saying, why are you talking to them? It could be jealous. It could be someone who is super jealous. Virgo is very jealous. It could be somebody who is very jealous, and you were like, I feel like holding yourself back. Holding yourself back and holding yourself back from the things that made you happy in order to be able to make this fire sign or this earth sign happy. That's what you did. You know, I did say that this was traveling, right? I feel like maybe you just went. You just decided it's time for me to go and be by myself. I need to figure out where I'm going next. I need to figure out where the path is and what I'm going to do. I need to find my own light, is what it looks like here. Tell me what the outcome is. Good for you. You broke away and closed the door. You broke a cycle, friend, is what it is. You broke a cycle, because I feel like maybe you come from a cycle of people who maybe ended up in unhappy relationships or unhappy marriages. It feels like you broke some sort of major cycle. Tell me about the outcome here. We've got the Knight of Wands. We've got the King of Cups. And we have the Ten of Wands. I kind of love that. I'm putting down the burdens of these people who are just coming at me in fire, or I'm just like entertaining fire. I feel like it's telling me here that the King of Cups and the Ten of Wands is like, I'm not looking to be entertained by fire any longer. Now it's going to have to be depth, is what you're looking for now. I feel like you're excited about looking for someone who's as deep as you, someone who has a lot of depth. And so the Ten of Wands tells me, I'm just going to drop the wands. Look, I feel like you're dropping the wands. You're unburdening yourself Because I feel like you're like, I'm the king. I'm the one who is kind and compassionate and loving. And it feels like somebody here had convinced you otherwise. They misjudged you. And I feel like they tried to make you think that you were somebody that you were not. I think they completely misjudged you. What's around the corner for Aquarius, please? We've got the Eight of Cups. We've got the Knight of Swords. I'm the hell out of here. Yeah. You know what? I think that you stayed there for a while, though. I think that the Death card in the reverse is like you were trying to avoid change. I think change is hard. Look, it's hard for everybody, but it's especially hard for a fixed sign, right? It's because we want to make it, we want to do it when we want to do it. Don't push me into it. But I feel like you were pushed into it. I feel like you were pushed into making some sort of a decision. And the Eight of Cups is what ensued. It feels like you had to detach from the situation. But it feels like this is aggressive and forceful. It feels like somebody aggressively and forcefully sort of came at you. And it's like you were unwilling to change. And so maybe you were taking this from them for a while. Maybe it was someone who was kind of aggressive with their words. And maybe you took it from them for a while. But what they did is they misjudged you, right? I feel like they took your kindness for weakness, Aquarius, is what it feels like. And then finally you realize, no, this is not for me. Not for me. So I think that maybe you're thinking about traveling. Maybe you need some time away for yourself. But I feel like you're no longer at the crossroads. It feels like you're ready for change now. And we've got the Eight of Swords. Eight of Swords brings up the Strength card, the Ace of Cups, and the Ten of Swords in the reverse. So I feel like maybe it's this here. The Hermit energy is going to help you make this change. I feel like you did make a change and close the door with whoever was misjudging you, taking your kindness for weakness. But I feel like the Ten of Swords and the Death card, they're both in the reverse. It tells me that you're not really good with change. It's hard for you to let things go, but I feel like this Hermit energy is going to help out a lot, and it's going to make you very happy. I feel like the Two of Wands is telling me that you might just go away by yourself for a while. There's a thing that indicates here that you might be traveling the world, or maybe that you just have decided to maybe you're just going to do van life for a while. Maybe you're just going to rent a van that's or a camper or something, and you're just going to go traveling. It feels like that. You need time for yourself, and I feel like it feels like it's confusing because it came on really suddenly, and I don't think that you were planning that it would happen. But I feel like the Queen of Pentacles is telling me you're getting your stability back here. Yeah, after thinking it through, you're getting your stability back. I feel like somebody was lying to you. I feel like you found out that there was some things going on in the darkness, and when you did, that person tried to flip it on you. And I don't think it was on you, Aquarius. I think it's on them. They're the ones that have to live with it. We have Virgo energy here. We have, I feel like there's new love coming up, by the way, the Ace of Cups. We have Virgo, we have Sagittarius energy, we have Scorpio, Gemini, we have Aries, Sagittarius, Leo, more Virgo energy, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo, Virgo, and Pisces. Speaking of Pisces, the birthday babies, happy birthday, Pisces. We are in this beautiful Pisces season. We are. Let's find out what's going on for Pisces. Look, I'm nobody's astrologer, but I think Venus is showing up in your sign soon. And there's all kinds of, can you please just, if you're interested in knowing what's going on, you should probably go see Jimmy at that the tarot ship. I know I tout Jimmy all the time, but he's such a great teacher. And he does the tarot with the astrology. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on coming up when Pisces enters your sign. And I think you should know about it. Pisces, let's find out what's going on for you. Please tell me when your birthday is. Please put it in the comments. I want to say happy birthday to you. My water family. Let's find out what's going on this week, the next 7 days. Woo-wee. Start off the birthday with the Ten of Pentacles. I like it. Tell me about the Ten of Pentacles. We've got the High Priestess. Oh, do you know something I don't know? Maybe you do. It's like this feeling that something's about to get really great. I don't know, I'm doing that. Like, it feels like you have a feeling that something's about to get really great. But you're staying quiet about it, and I think it's a good idea for you to stay quiet about it. Maybe you know that there's money coming, a relationship. It's something you have a knowing about, Pisces, is what it is. It feels like you know that this is going to happen. It's like you're already treating it as though you have it. This is the master manifester, the high priestess, right? We've got the sun in the reverse, which is the moon. And look, it feels like the sun in the reverse tells me that there's something under the surface that you can't quite see yet. Things are not as they seem. Isn't this mysterious, right? The high priestess is mysterious. It feels like there's something good under the surface. And maybe you already know that something is arriving, but you're not exactly sure what it is, because the sun in the reverse is the moon energy. We've got the 9 of Swords, but it's giving you a little bit of anxiety, possibly. It's giving you a little bit of worry. Possibly it's like, and I don't think that it's terrible worry. I think it's actually good worry, is what it feels like. I feel like if you can't sleep, it's because this is on your mind. It's like you have a feeling that something really great is about to happen. Now, maybe you already know. Maybe they already told you you're getting the raise or the job or whatever it is, and you're not allowed to tell anybody. Maybe you got a movie deal and you're not allowed to tell anybody. But I feel like it's a good sort of 9 of Swords because the sun is here. And I feel like although the sun in the reverse is the moon, the sun is like, I can't really see what's going on, but I feel it. And I feel that it's like something that you don't stop thinking about. Now, maybe you don't know what I'm talking about. And if you don't, maybe you just have this feeling that something really great is about to happen. Tell me about the 10 of Pentacles. We've got the Knight of Pentacles. Ooh, look at that. Oh, you're getting justice in love. What's this? It's a new path that's opening up for you here, Pisces. And you've been waiting forever. Look, some of you may be waiting 10 or 11 years. Maybe it's been a long time. Maybe you've been single that long. But, I feel like you could be waiting a year, possibly. Some of you, maybe it's a month, right? Take it as it resonates for you. But I feel like something really abundant is here. And it does feel like you're about to get justice in a new, really happy cycle. Doesn't have to be love. It's a happy cycle where you're feeling very content, where there's an overflow of everything that makes you very happy. It's like your cup floweth over. Could be love, absolutely, but it feels like it's something that has taken its sweet time. Could be, if we're talking about people, could be another Pisces, could be a Leo, could be a Libra possibly, or a Virgo. We've got the 7 of Wands, we've got the Page of Wands, and we've got the Hermit. Somebody that you haven't talked to in a while. There's been not a whole lot of communication. Somebody's about to lay a little bit of light on you, Pisces. Somebody's about to put a little bit of light on a subject here is what it looks like. They're going to give you some... What am I trying to say? Something is about to move forward quickly here because the 7 of Wands and the Page of Wands, you might be getting some sort of communication or a text or something like that that's going to throw you off a little bit. It'll make you feel defensive, make you feel like you have to protect yourself for a moment. Should I answer that text? But I think that you will. Spray a little light on the subject is what it's doing. It's spraying a little bit of light on the subject, also some healing. It feels like this Hermit energy tells me that the person who is communicating with you is someone that you haven't heard from in a while. I mean, it could be a week's, right? It could be 8 weeks, possibly. Could be years, but it could be 8 weeks or a month for some of you. But it feels like somebody here they're in their Hermit energy, deep in their Hermit energy. We could be talking about a Virgo or a fire sign, possibly Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. It feels like somebody here is in their shaman energy. Like it feels like somebody has really been healing, working on themselves, finding their light. It's the Empress possibly. However, the light is above the Empress's head. This tells me, look, her crown is on fire here, right? Her crown. It's the knowing that you have. That's what it feels like here. I feel like there is a psychic connection here, or a connection that is empathic. I feel that you know that this person is going to communicate with you because they are kind of shaman-like, and I feel like you are in your Queen of Cups energy. The Empress is somebody who is in co-creation with the universe. The universe is being straight up and honest with the Empress about everything. You could be the Empress. It could be the Empress that's going to shed light on the subject. So take it as it resonates, whether you're the feminine or the masculine. Empress is both, right? Taurus and Libra, feminine, masculine energy. So it does feel like somebody is going to put a little light on the subject. Something that you've been wondering about or had a feeling about or knowing about is going to be confirmed, I feel. This is something really abundant. I'm going to say at first it makes you feel a little bit defensive, but you are getting justice in some sort of really happy cycle, like overflowing happiness, Pisces. Tell me about the outcome, please. What's going on with Pisces? Ace of Wands. It's a brand new, exciting, creative, collaborative beginning. We have the Five of Pentacles. We go from not talking at all to this Ace of Wands. Oh, geez, look at that, to Two of Cups. So I feel like this person that you haven't talked to in a while is somebody that is, I want to say with the Page of Wands, is always a little spark of excitement. You're excited to hear from this person. I feel like you kind of knew that they were going to be showing up in your energy, or that they were already in your energy. The Two of Cups is here with the Five of Pentacles. This is somebody here that I feel it's telling me you haven't dated them before. This could be somebody that you already know, because we do have Pentacles that are here. So it could be someone you've known for years. Maybe you had a wish or a hope that something was going to go on. Maybe you haven't heard from this person for a long time. But it feels like the Five of Pentacles to the Two of Cups is like, we go from not talking at all, or, you know, me being sort of on the outside looking in on their life, to all of a sudden the Two of Cups, this person wants to offer a cup to you. Like they want to offer emotions, and they're hoping that you'll offer emotions back. What's around the corner for Pisces, please? We've got the Ten of Wands. It helps you drop some burdens, because I feel like you were in this energy of, you know, I know something's coming. Well, where is it? Am I wrong? Is my intuition wrong? Like we all question our intuition at some point. And so I feel like you were wondering, is my intuition off? I feel like whatever's coming up here is going to help you drop the burdens. There's no more block. You're going to be able to release something, but you're going to have to make a decision about something. Twos are about decisions, a decision about love, and a decision about leaving your comfort zone here, making a decision to go this way or that way. The King of Cups is in the reverse. Why is that? I feel like you're going to be really overly emotional when this person contacts you and the moon is back. So I feel like your intuition is going to be confirmed. I feel like it's going to make you feel so incredibly overly emotional. And I feel like it's something that you knew was going to happen. We've got the Knight of Wands, the Three of Swords, and the Four of Swords, which is 7. So you were lying to yourself. I think you were doing that as a protection. The Four of Swords is here. You were trying to heal through it, saying, you know, this is the disappointment. It's not going to work out. But when somebody calls you or texts you and they're like, I'm in town, can I see you? If you say yes, they're going to be like, okay, I'll be right there. I'm like totally an hour away, or I'm in the neighborhood. I'll be right there. Like they're not going to want to waste any time. They want to heal something with you, because I think that they, in this energy of the Empress and the Hermit here, it feels like somebody here knows that you were disappointed, or knows that they disappointed you, or that you were sad. Queen of Wands, they are very attracted to you. Six of Wands, and they want the victory. They want things to move forward quicker than probably you want things to move forward. But we do have the Six of Pentacles. Somebody here is giving you the reciprocity. There we go. I can't write that stuff. There's the Emperor. Could be someone who is showing up as the King of Swords for you. We do have the King of Wands as well. Look at this. This person is really passionate. They're very smart, highly intelligent. They're really a go-getter, somebody who just never gives up. They are somebody who never gives up. It feels like the Emperor only goes in when they're pretty sure that this person is going to say yes. So I feel like there's a new door opening here, a very big door. We've got the Queen of Pentacles here. Somebody intends on getting some balance through some sort of a conversation here. It's a very abundant conversation. Somebody intends to shower you in conversation, because the Queen of Pentacles is an overgiver. And then we have Gemini here, which is the blabber face, right? Blabbity one. So we do have Scorpio, Cancer and Pisces. Yeah, we do have Scorpio here. Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. We have Libra. We have a lot of fire energy here, and the King just showed up. So King is Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. We have more Aries. We have Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. More Aries, Libra, and Taurus. And yeah, Pisces is here as well. And look at that. It's a soulmate connection, right? Two people that are meant for each other. I could go on forever, but I won't. I'll just say happy birthday, and I'll go for now, and I'll be back because I'm always back. You guys take care. I'm out. Bye-bye.